name is Philo Beck, and he's the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So, Gina Carano is somebody I knew absolutely freaking nothing about. Absolutely nothing about until a few months ago. I saw her in The Mandalorian. I like The Mandalorian. I think The Mandalorian was a lot of fun. I think you do more of that, you might actually stop Star Wars completely imploding, but I don't think they're really into doing more of it. Who knows? Who knows or dares to dream? Anyway, Gina Carano, she was targeted for cancellation because she refused to join the hive mind, to submit, to bend the knee to the Twitterati, a group of insane people that have had a cultural stranglehold on the Western world for coming up to like 4 or 5 years right now. Yeah, in fact, I think when they come and record the decline of Western civilization, I think Twitter is going to be basically the reason for it. I think that's what we're going to decide. Twitter was the reason that Western civilization fell, and we now live in a feudal Mad Max-like environment, which is kind of like what we are seeing in America now. Yeah, I think that's in the end game of where they want. They want to live in like Escape from New York, which is a bit weird. So anybody who doesn't join their crusades, like any massive zealot, they then want to crucify. They then want to tie to a stake and burn or do whatever they can. The closest they can do to that in modern day. But make no mistake of it. If they could tie you to a stake and burn you in the town square for refusing to kowtow and adhere to their insane worldview, their completely insane worldview, they absolutely would. So we're going to be catching up a little bit on Gina and seeing how she is so freaking wonderful and freaking awesome, and say, Gina, we got you back, and you are wonderful. We love you in every way. Before we get there though, can I ask you, can you hit that subscribe button? That would be fan-dabby-double. Hit the like button, hit the share button, but really, mostly hit that subscribe button. I do like the subscribe button. I do like you to subscribe. I like it an awful lot. It's really quite embarrassing how much I like it, but I do. I cannot lie. I cannot tell a lie. I do like you to subscribe a lot. If you do subscribe, of course, you can enter my weekly competitions. Actually, this is going to be a bi-weekly one because it's the Jewish New Year on Friday, basically this weekend, which means I'm offline, which means I can't do the prize drawing this week. So I'll let this run for 2 weeks. It is my favourite of the Lord of the Rings movies. It is my favourite battle sequence, I think, ever committed to film. It is, of course, because it's extended. It's really cool. It is, of course, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. This is the special edition 4 disc set. Freaking gorgeous package. I'm actually gutted to give this up, but I got the Blu-rays, but the packaging for this is just absolutely delightful. It's got all you got the booklet in it, these production drawings, 4 discs, just cram full of everything you could possibly want to know about the movie. Plus, the extended version of the movie, which for me is kind of like the default version. I can't imagine watching the theatrical version anymore. So anyway, all you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel, and in the comments leave the hashtag Helms Deep, which again my favorite battle ever committed to film. So let's have a look. This is we're going to be reading from Cosmic Book News. We love Cosmic Book News, which they have a bit of a Hebrew advert going on. What was it saying? Yossi Avrahami. Okay, this is a guy called Yossi Avrahami. The guy that he had is selling apartments. Yeah, I tell you, Israel. Yeah, there's a lot of people selling apartments. They like apartments. So Gina Carano fires back at woke trans bullies, and they are bullies. They're terrible, terrible bullies. They are the absolute worst people. The worst people that the human race has ever produced. That's your boy Zach's phrase, and I do agree with him. They are the absolute worst people on every level. They are bullies, they are cowards, they are useless, they are sanctimonious, everything that's bad about humanity is wrapped up in that quite breathtakingly bad package. So let's catch up with Gina, see what's been going on. Gina Carano, a star on Star Wars Disney Plus. I can't believe she hasn't been cancelled because this, been fired because of this. Because this sounds like fireable in the woke Disney world. On the Star Wars Disney Plus series, The Mandalorian fires back against trans bullies on social media and social justice activists on social media. The actress who plays Cara Dune on The Mandalorian and is a mixed martial arts artist. Is it? No, mixed martial artist. That's the way I did. There's no arts there. Mixed martial artist has been harassed for months by trans bullies on social media, which has now seen her respond and trend on Twitter over not putting pronouns in her Twitter bio. Yeah, Yeah, listen, this is heresy. This is sacrilege. You must put your pronouns. I will not put my pronouns because I'm a bloke. Bloke, not girl. Yeah, that'll be my pronouns on the Twitter bio. And instead, changing a Twitter name to Gina Carano. Beep, bop, boop. Very good, Gina. Yeah, just keep that up. They're mad because I won't put pronouns in my bio. You know why? No one should be putting pronouns in their bio because it's freaking insane. Now listen, let's just break this down for a second. For the vast majority of human beings today, right now, vast majority of human beings, both gender and sexuality is not fluid. In fact, gender and sexuality are the two major cornerstones to one's perception of self, right? You know, they are really important and they are not fluid in any way. I understand some people, they are fluid. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to deny their reality. Although, by dealing with these bullies who are all completely freaking insane, because in the Doctor Who world, I keep bumping into these kids who are these terrible bullies, but they're just idiots. These terrible bullies, but they all say they're asexual. They say, "Hey, I'm ace." Now, I never really heard of asexuality before. But yeah, I would just say this: if you are unable to access a fundamentally important part of yourself that involves all human contact and intimacy, that sounds like you got a problem. That sounds like you need to go and get some treatment or some therapy for it. It doesn't sound like something you need to be proud of. It doesn't sound like something yeah. No, that sounds like a real problem. Now, I don't know. I don't know if that's if it's a verboten to say that about that sexual orientation, or indeed if there is a sexual orientation. I don't understand what makes a sexual orientation. They want to say that pedophilia is a legitimate sexual orientation as well. No, it's not. Okay, that you want to do something that involving sex doesn't make an orientation. It makes you a bit of a perv. Okay, basically, I'm talking about the pedophiles, obviously. I would say bit of a perv, bit of an understatement, right? Bit of an understatement. But again, they cannot abide you going against this pronoun nonsense. So yeah, it's insane. It's insane to put your pronouns down because 99.9% of humanity approaches pronouns in exactly the same way for the entirety of human history. The entirety of it. So it seems that, we're trying to count out to a very tiny part of the population. But what is that tiny part of the population? It is the piss babies. It is the Twitterati. Again, 3% of the world is on Twitter, about a third of them are the Twitterati. That's them. And they want to say they are the majority. They're the future. You're not. You're not. You're a headache, and we wish you would go away. And certainly, go away from fandom. Just go away from all parts of fandom. You've infested everything I see, like Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who. Everywhere is infested with your nonsense. Go away. Go. Ooh, we get go. Then Magdalene, I put pronouns in my bio to show my support for trans life. Yeah, honestly, I support all bloody lives. Again, I don't know if being trans is a normative, healthy part of human sexuality or not. I have no idea. It seems to me maybe not. Maybe because of the incredibly high suicide rate of people who are trans. And I don't think it's because people are going, I deny your reality. I don't think that's going on at all. I think it's because it might be a symptom of mental illness, but maybe not. I don't know. I have no idea. Carano tweeted in response, being asked why the woke world is mad at her. After months of being harassed in every way, I decided to put 3 very controversial words into my bio. Beep, bop, boop. And I'm not against trans lives at all. They just find it less abuse. They just need to find less abusive representation. Yes. Oh my God. Honestly, the worst thing that could possibly happen to any group, any marginalized group whatsoever, is you get trampled. You get trampled? No, I was going to say, well, you do get trampled. You get championed by these insane people. That's the worst thing that could happen for you. If you're trans, run to disavow them now. Checking out the top tweet for Gina Carano trending reveals more of the bullying from trans SJW community, as Carano is called all kinds of names, including, and by the way, and if you respond in kind, they curl up into a ball and cry. They curl up in a ball and cry like piss babies, because they are all piss babies. They curl up in a ball and cry, and then they go, hey, they're bullying me! Don't bully me! Oh, God, they're just the worst people ever! And honestly, I think at this point I am on board for enforced conscription to anybody based on their Twitter account, right? Anybody based on their Twitter account. If you are one of these SJW piss babies, you are then and you don't have to go to war, but you're conscripted to like go and build dams or irrigate the desert or something. Go and do something with military precision. Have real, have real controls put on your life, and so you learn that might be a good thing rather than just go, go do whatever. I think I'm up for that. Bit of a reactionary view. I don't think I would. Maybe I would be behind it. It's only round on it. But the trouble is, if anybody like puts out ideas like that, they then get followed up by saying, and then they do say terrible racist things as well. So there's really nowhere for sane people to stand nowadays in this world. Including transphobic, disgusting, and they want Disney to fire not in Carano but Rosie Dawson as well. Blimey. that's going to be... We don't want just to fire you. We want to fire somebody who, stood next to you one time. within 10 meters of you, as well, who is going to play the popular Star Wars character Ahsoka Tano. I am down for that, by the way. I'm super down for that in season 2 of The Mandalorian. Did you hear, by the way, the way they're shooting season 2 is rumored that they have an army base somewhere which they just closed off, and you have to go in there and live there for 3 months to make to be able to make this. They're totally separating them from society. Kind of a good idea, I think. I mean, I guess that's the only way it can really be done. I don't think trans people would like you all to all of you trying to force a woman to put something in her bio through harassment and name-calling every day for months, such as racist, transphobe, bitch, weirdo, I hope you die. This is so normal. So normal for these weirdos. I hope you die. You're fat. She's fat. What are you talking about? And she's certainly not ugly. She's kind of hot. Tweeted Carano. Maybe they should be mad at the mockery so many of you have made of them. I sure would be. Yeah, I tell you again, the worst thing. Thank God the SJWs are all socialists. So they're all anti-Semites, right? So thank God they're not pro-Jewish. I mean, they all pretend to be like, oh, anti-Semitism, but they're all like, oh, anti-Semitic politicians. Yay! I'll vote for you. Yeah. I saw, it's crazy. Somebody put on was it Twitter or Facebook yesterday, a film, actual footage of a Liberal candidate in England driving around, and her campaign was saying, don't vote for the other guy because he's a Jew. You can't vote for a Jew. Jews are... I'm not making it up. That actually happened. In this day and age in England, it's a weird world we live in. But that's all right. So thank God they're not championing Jews. Maybe they should be mad at the mockery so many have made, blah, blah, blah. Maybe wiping the slate clean without hate speech towards others isn't such a bad idea at this point. But they can't, because they're full of hate. They're full of bile and they're full of hate. You know why they're full of bile and full of hate? Because they have terrible lives. They have nothing. And the reason they have terrible, nothing loser lives is because they are terrible, nothing losers. Your life is what you make it to be. Your life is what you make it to be. And if you go through your life and you spend let's say you're heading towards your 40s, right? You're heading towards your 40s, you're single, you don't have any kids, you never had any long-term relationships, and you tweet, 20, 30, 40 tweets a day, you might have a problem. Just as in the same way that if you're eating at a strip club buffet, you might have a problem. If you're tweeting that much and you don't have any interpersonal relationships, you might well have a problem. Karina continued, I know trans people wouldn't condone harassment when they hear about the children. I know trans people wouldn't condone this harassment when they hear about the children, men, children in capitals there, women and men that have contacted me thanking me for taking a stand against these bullies because it affected their mental health to a point near suicide. Yeah, that's what they want. They want to drive you to suicide. They want you to die. They make no mistake. They want you to die, and they will revel in your death. Again, if they could tie you to a stake and set fire to you in the public square, they will be laughing and cheering. You know it, and I know it. Yeah, I'm just amazed they haven't made bonfires and started burning books of the deplorable thought. That's happening. So I don't know. Beat Bop Boop seems light of it all. Seems light of all the hate she said. Gina Carano also revealed she spoke with castmate Pedro Pascal about the situation. Yes, Pedro now spoke, and he helped me understand why people were putting them in their bios. I don't know. I didn't know before, but I do now. I don't. I think they're just trying to normalize that it's not. That it's not the vast majority of humans are male or female, right? I think they're just trying to normalize that. And again, I'm happy for if you want to say you're a woman, even though you have a penis, I will do my best to call you a woman. I will school you. I will do really. I might giggle, okay? If you look very mannish, I might well giggle, even post-op. Look oftentimes a bit mannish. Yeah, and same way, if you're a woman and you don't have a penis, but you want to say you're a man and you're in the middle of menstruating, I might giggle. It might happen, but I will really genuinely do my best. I'm sorry if you present me as something absurd. I might giggle. That's what I do. I don't understand why people put it in their bios, but I didn't know. So I won't be putting it in my bio, but good for all of you who choose to. I stand against bullying, especially the most vulnerable and freedom to choose. So Carano, is that saying is that a pro-life statement? I can't tell. Regarding Rosario Dawson, back in October, she claims that Dawson and her boyfriend, former Democratic presidential candidate Cory Booker, that's her boyfriend? Blimey. Attacked a transgender employee. That doesn't sound good. In Los Angeles. So we have, this is from Emira BLM. Okay, fine. We're going to find out. I'm not going to see what her pronouns are. Gina, just so you know, pronouns are part of most languages, and putting them in your bio is just a decent thing to do. No, I don't think so. I don't think it is a decent thing to do. I actually think it's a very destructive thing to do, right? Because, again, one's sexuality, one's gender is a fundamental part of one's psyche, and if you I am of the belief that if you encourage people to be fluid, more people will be fluid when they're not genuinely fluid. I don't know how people genuinely are, but I think it's going to cause more damage than it is. And listen, I keep hearing over and over again of people who have been rushed through gender reassignment surgery, regretting it profoundly and committing suicide. That seems to be kind of a thing. That seems to be the kind of thing that's going down. Even your co-worker Pedro has put pronouns as bio out of decency. Again, I don't think it's decency. And what do I need people to reaffirm my worldview in their Twitter bios for me not to commit suicide? How is it not decent? To say, oh, and by the way, Moses was awesome. What? No, everyone has their own worldview, and everybody can live their life accordingly. I understand. Don't put something in Twitter bio saying, I hate trans people. That would be bad. Okay, don't do that either. But being somewhat neutral on the subject doesn't make you, a frothing at the mouth phobe of any kind. So you liking tweets that mocks that is just sits wrong with many people. Yes, many people who are all freaking crazy. Yes, there are a lot of crazy people around. Yes, Pedro, I spoke here, blah, blah, blah. Fine, that's what you said before. So this is the thing that's going to do here. So, somebody tweeted, Caroline tweeted, Gina Carano, just say you're transphobic and move on. So Gina Carano replied, you're transphobic. And move on I assume to Caroline. It's okay, you deleted it, she said, but I saved it. I'll block out your handle because I don't want to encourage bullying. See how that works, you see? But no, they're not going to see how it works because these are the worst people that humanity has ever produced. My name is Sheila Becken, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.